Hey, welcome back. My name's Phil. Today I'm going to show you how to make a grenade launcher and a rocket launcher in the Lyra starter pack starter game from Epic. We're going to be using the net shooter, which is a weapon that came with the starter game, but it doesn't really work very well. It's pretty cool. It shoots off a projectile, and if you run into these lines, it gives damage. It's kind of cool. Might play around with it later. Today we're just doing grenade launcher. And rocket launcher. Alright, let's get started. First things first, we're going to go over to content, weapons, add a folder. If you watch the other tutorial, it's very similar. There's a lot of similar stuff. We're going to cut out a lot of it though. So here, grenade launcher. Alright, let's go into plugins, shooter core, weapons, this net shooter prototype, or proto. Alright, let's take everything in there. Okay, except for you, we don't need you. So take everything but that. Control click. Alright, duplicate it. Put 2 in the search. That way you only have the 2 stuff. Take all of it and put it in the grenade launcher. Move here. Alright, now just rename this stuff to take out the net shooter and put grenade launcher. And I'm going to copy this because, yep, I'm lazy. Alright. Weapon instance. Gameplay ability. The ID. And the weapon ID. Alright. We're going to start with pickup data. Change the ID to grenade launcher. Leave this the same, leave everything else the same. Browse to it. Actually, we can close this. ID grenade launcher. Just change display name, weapon ID, display name when equipped. You can change the ammo if you like. Leave that the same. Change that. Everything else the same. This display name, yeah. Okay. Compile, save. Let's go to the weapon ID. Alright, we need to change the weapon instance, the ability set, and we need to make another weapon. We'll do that in a minute. Actually, let's browse to you. Duplicate. Grenade launcher. And we're going to send you over to grenade launcher. Move here. While we're out and about, let's go ahead and get grenade. Damage. Yeah, everything else is the same. Grenade. It's in shooter core, weapon, grenade. Duplicate. Actually, I'm pretty sure I don't need to do this for just the grenade, but why not? Grenade launch. Whatever. Doesn't matter what you call that. Alright, we're going to send it over to our grenade launcher. Boom, move here. Again, that shouldn't matter, but we'll Where are we at? Okay. Let's do open up the weapon instance. Come back to the weapon ID. Open up the ability set. And then open up the weapon itself. Again, I don't think we have to change anything here. I don't want it to have this, but unfortunately, if you take these out, it'll shoot a, how do I explain this? It shoots the default stuff instead of just nothing, which is what we want it to have, nothing. Otherwise, it's going to shoot what it looks like a shotgun. Even though it's not doing the damage of a shotgun, it's going to look like it's shooting a shotgun, which is not what we want. All right. So let's go back over to the instance. If I'm not mistaken, nothing needs to change here. We might change these just in case it adds spread, which I don't think it does. All of the spread should be calculated through here, and it doesn't look like there is any. However, just to be safe, why doesn't it have the, let's put equip. Equip rifle, because. All right. Close out the instance. We can close out the ID and the save all and the weapon ID. Boom. All right. The ability set. We need to change this to, yep. And browse to this. Duplicate it. Grenade launcher. Let's pull that over to our grenade launcher folder. Where was it? Reload, huh? Yeah. Let's open up that reload because they made it oh, painful to watch is what it is. Okay, good. That's good to go. We've changed the, oh, we need to change the reload. Boom. Save. I can close the reload. Yeah, we'll come back to that. The gameplay, ability, weapon, grenade launcher. Let's go to you. Okay, here's where all the issues usually happen. Okay. Let's go into right here. Grenade. Oh, yeah, I see. This is what we called it. Let's go ahead and change it for now. I don't think actually it makes a difference on the grenade launcher, but whatever. Just for me, I take this part out because it's annoying to read. And yeah, I can take that out. That's probably something they were working on for the cost, but I don't think it matters. Go into this temp hack offset. We're going to take all of this. Copy. Actually, let me show you what it does first. If I'm not mistaken, everything should be changed to what it should be. So let's see what the problem is first. Grenade launcher. Okay. Let's see if it works. There should be some issues. Okay. Ah, it does work. Problem is, it shoots from the middle of the screen. Now, it's also doing something else that you can't tell right now, but once I fix this, you'll see what it is. Save. All right, so we're taking, we're in the gameplay weapon grenade launcher. Go to this temp hack offset FX. It's clearly not meant to be final version. That's why they call it that. So copy, go back over here, get direction and location 2. We're going to paste it right up here. All this is doing is getting the muzzle location and then adding an offset that we put into it. I'm going to put it at -20. All right. Now, forward vector, all this good stuff that was already in there, we can take it out. Plug you up. Boom. All right. It's not really important. I don't know why I'm... Okay. Theoretically, it should shoot from the right spot now, and it should give us another issue. One that's harder to fix. Okay, it's shooting from pretty much the right location. It's not super important. But if you'll notice, it's shooting the effects for the shotgun, which is not what we want. Theoretically, if you're just trying to prototype, it could work. Right now it works. However, we kind of want to clean it up a little bit so you can stick around. This is where the gameplay ability queue and all this comes into play. All right. All right, so it seems like the easiest way to do it is just to take these out. So the shell, we don't need the shell, the tracer, or the shotgun shell. We want to leave the muzzle flash. Okay, actually, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's try that. See what that does. Okay. Okay, so they're still showing up. And that's because the gameplay queue still telling it, the gameplay queue that it's using is still telling it to fire off the effects at the impact location. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Defaults. The gameplay weapon grenade launcher gameplay ability. Over here, what we want is to change this. We should be able to turn this off. Just clear. Is this going to fix everything? Actually, you know what? Oh. No, so the tracers still show up. Now, why does that happen? A couple of reasons. Well, one reason, I guess. This shotgun fire. Oh, interesting. It doesn't matter. This shotgun fire is shooting off gameplay queue. Oh, found it. It's in the shooter core, obviously. Let's duplicate this and call it grenade launcher fire. All right, let's put you over in the content gameplay queue notifies. Again, it has to be in one of the folders specifically for notifies. All right, let's open up grenade launcher fire. Okay. Okay. Oh. We're gonna add a gameplay tag. Under weapon. All right, I made one already, but that's for nothing. That's my own. So let's go add subtag. Gren launch fire It doesn't matter what you call it as long as you remember what it is. And that makes sense. I don't want it to be too long. I don't know if it matters. Doesn't matter. Let's add you. Grin launch dot fire. Come back over to the weapon gameplay ability. Gameplay queue. Weapon. Grin launch. Fire. Okay, now it's going to shoot off our specific gameplay ability, or gameplay queue on burst. See. All right, now what we could do is just don't fire the stuff. Let's see what that does. Let's just bypass the weapon stuff, and theoretically, let's see what that does. That's not how I fixed it, but okay, so it works. It does. Problem is, it doesn't shoot any muzzle flash, which is what we want. And if I'm not mistaken, a really easy way to do this is just I haven't done this before, so I'm going to try it out. Muzzle. Whoops. Muzzle. Let's try that. That should do the rifle muzzle flash, which is kind of big. So I can probably... it doesn't matter. Alright. Let's see what that does. This is just cleaning up. That is not what you want. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to fix this. However, if you're really impatient and you just want to get to the rocket launcher, you can skip ahead. It's not going to hurt my feelings. You're the one watching the video. So right now, what we're going to do is go to Weapons. Alright. We're going to extend this, create a child. And it really doesn't matter necessarily what you call it, but I'm going to do projectile. And the problem is, I'll explain what the problem is. Hold on. Let's open you up so you can see. Now, here's the issue. In the gameplay, here we go. Let's hook you back up. What it's doing is it's sending this right here. It's getting the weapon and sending this right here. And that is going to do the weapon effects, the impact, like where it hits, and the decals on the surface. There's no way to call this here. There's no way to call this without enabling those things. So they're automatically enabled in this. So we're going to create, so what we did was create a child of that, and we're going to, really we didn't have to do a child, but whatever. I'm just going to do a custom, instead of overriding, I'm just going to do a custom event. Fire projectile. And we're going to take, actually what I'm going to do is close some of these guys. Save all. Go over to my, the one that I already made, so I don't have to guess. Alright, where is, oh, some blueprints or some weapons. I'm calling it ale because it's Afoot Lyra Extension, and sooner or later I'm just going to have an extension with all this in it that you can just have, and you don't have to worry about it. It's good to learn this though, so you can do it yourself and adjust. Let me take all of this, and I'm going to explain it just real quick so you understand why. Add a vector array. Boom. All right. So now whenever it shoots, oh yeah, here's what we need. Before I explain it, I will do this. Cast to be weapon, there it is. Projectile. Boom. All right. Yeah, make sure that goes here and that goes here. All right. Bring this out. Fire projectile. And hold control. There you go. I'm just going to drag this down. Leave it there for now, just in case I mess something up. So right now, instead of shooting the base class's fire, I can close you now, I think. It's gonna fire this custom event fire projectile. Oops. And it only needs the impact positions, which I will rename so I don't get confused. So if I can spell. All right. Boom, boom. Now, instead of, it's going to have all of this. Yeah. All right. Set the impact positions. Check if weapon fire, which you can get from here, weapon fire is valid. It shouldn't be the first time you fire. And it will do spawn actor from class. I think spawn actor from class. And then weapon fire. And then it should, yeah, give you the same one. Okay, now, you're going to click these right here, the eject shell and tracer, and leave this clicked. So all of this really doesn't matter. You just need this one. I would still hook all these up just in case, but whatever. Make it transform, doesn't matter. Set weapon fire, which you can hold Alt and drag it out. Skeletal mesh, yeah, that's this guy. All right, attach, what is it? Actor to component, I think. Yeah, actor to component. All that's the same. I just want to make sure that I'm showing you how I got to this point, because I don't want you to get confused, because I know I do. All right. Bring the valid all the way over to set impact positions. Yep. And then weapon fire. We're going to call fire from weapon fire. Now, just so that you understand, because I want everybody to know as much as possible, usually what it does is it fires off the ejecting the shell, the muzzle flash, and the tracer. But if you don't have anything set, like we do not have in our weapons, see how we took them out? Well, this is not it's not our weapon. Grenade launcher. See how we took them out? Well, the base class of weapon fire, which is the thing that holds all of the effects, it spawns it once and holds on to it for 3 seconds. If it's not being used, it destroys the actor. But until then, it holds all the effects, so it doesn't keep respawning, say, a fire or a shot or whatever. So these are already set. The the weapon fire class that came with the project has a default setting. So if you don't have anything, it'll fire the rifle stuff for the shell, which is what was happening. All of this stuff, it'll fire off the default, which is not what we want. And there's no way to set it from where we were sending it. We sent it here. There's no disable blah blah blah. It's in the... Okay, this is getting confusing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it clear. I just want you to know as much as possible. Basically, we shot off this fire projectile from the gameplay queue notify. It only gave them the information that we need. So it's only going to fire the muzzle flash. That's good enough, since it doesn't have any of this stuff. Okay. Sorry, I get a little bit rambly. I may have to cut some of this. All right. Theoretically, let's see where we're at right now. See what it's doing. I don't think I've applied that yet. Oh, whoops. Okay, let me start from here. Interesting. We've got gameplay, right, launch. We've got... All right, so let's just take a look and see what's happening, if it's working yet. I'm pretty sure I need to assign... Okay, so yeah, it's not showing. I think it's because we haven't reparented the grenade launcher. Yeah, so this needs to be... Go into your B grenade launcher. Reparent blueprint. Projectile. Yeah, weapon projectile. Theoretically, now it should be using... I should be able to call this. Okay. Let's take a look. And all that's going to do is add some smoke to the end of the barrel. All of that for a little bit of smoke. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, was it worth it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Now let's go to the rocket launcher. Okay, a lot of that is going to be very similar. I might just cut out me doing this because you should be able to do most of it yourself. But yeah, let's add a folder. Rocket launcher. Oh my goodness, wow. Wow. Okay, let's go into grenade launcher. Let's copy everything in there. Grenade, everything. Yeah. Boom. Alright, so I duplicated everything in the grenade launcher folder and put it in here, renamed it to rocket launcher, except for the rocket. Just named it rocket. Okay, so let's go through this again. Change, open up the... Oh, let me close some of these. Save all. Grenade launcher stuff. Alright, so we're in the weapon pickup. Leave that same. Change this to rocket launcher. By now, if you've made any other weapons from my last tutorial, you've done a lot of this. Okay, I'm not going to just go over this again because... Yeah. Most of this is all the same. Change the ammo, whatever, doesn't matter. Go to the weapon ID. Change this to the instance. This ability set. This, the actual rocket launcher. Open these guys up. Instance. Oh yeah, this is the one that doesn't need to change. So don't worry about the instance. Open up the ability set. Change the gameplay ability. Rocket launcher. Reload. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add auto reload. Weapon auto reload should work for all of them. And the gameplay tag is... I don't think there is one, because it doesn't go off of input. Open up the rocket launcher. And that's what we want to keep. There shouldn't be anything else to worry about. Yeah, since we're not changing the skeletal mesh, this is just a prototype. Go back to... this can be closed. Compile, save, close, ID, close, weapon data. All right, open up the gameplay ability. We're moving and grooving, all right? Here we go. This one is the one that's a hassle. We're in the gameplay ability. The problem is it doesn't shoot straight. First thing we need to do is click on this guy, add an input. Actually, I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, here we go. X. There we go. Hold control, move this right here. Click on you. Now we've got one of these. Click on it. X, there we go. Outputs. Just output. And we can move this up just because I feel better about life when it's up there. Okay. Paste that stuff that we got from... Oh, no, never mind. I'm going to explain it. All right, let's take out this. Now we need to do a line trace. Line trace. Single line chase by channel. All right. Now get the player controller, Lyra player controller from Actor Info. Camera manager, player camera manager. From that you can get the camera location and the camera rotation. From the rotation, you can get the forward vector, times it however far you want it to go. Really, I'm sure at 5,000, it won't make any difference. If it hasn't hit anything by then, it's not going to be, yeah. So, add the camera location to that forward vector times 5,000, and put the location, camera location, to the start. Well, you can see it. Why am I explaining this? You can see what's going on. I delete you. Make sure it's visibility. If it makes you feel better, you can do a debug for the first couple times, especially if it's not working. All right. Pull this out to the output. Now you need to break the result. Yeah, break, yeah. And then the location needs to go into a find look at rotation. And the end trace, the trace end needs to go to find look at location or rotation. Two separate ones. And then do a select from this. So let me just, This is like once I've learned about select, no, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you find out something in blueprints and you're like, why didn't I know that for like years? So that's one of them. Select is so useful. You don't have to use branch as much. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, here's what we're going to do. We're doing a line trace from the camera straight out. And if it hits something, it'd be right here. Then we want to get the location. So if that's true, if there was a hit, it'll get the trace from, or get the lookout location from the muzzle location to where it hit. And if there wasn't a hit, it'll get the in trace, which is 5,000 straight ahead. It'll probably blow up before then. It doesn't matter. You want to shoot it from, or get the lookout location from the muzzle to the place at the end of the trace, whether it hit something or not. All right. Boom. I hope that was clear and not too rambly for you. I just want you to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. Right now, go into event graph. It's going to spawn our rocket. It's going to spawn our rocket at the location of whether it hit something or at the end of that trace. And it knows where to look because it's coming from the muzzle. Otherwise, it would shoot from... It would look really weird. Just trust me. All right. Everything should be fine. Don't forget to connect this. Make sure this instigator's here. All right, let's go into the rocket. Only thing we should have to change here, and this is kind of a hack because it's it'll run into some issues, but I imagine in the future, I'm just gonna ship. I think that's all it is. Link. This way, yeah, it's not checking to see if it hit a teammate or whatever. It's just gonna hit whatever it hits and then blow up. Like it doesn't care what it hit. That way, because it also, yeah. Let's go to projectile movement. Turn off gravity. All right, this should actually already be working. Let's just test it out. Why not? Oop, not there. Oh. Rocket launcher. This is the data pickup. Okay. Now. I think it's shooting from the right spot, so that's something. Let's see. Yes, I think there is in here. There it is. Projectile movement, velocity. That's so that that was in there because they had a projectile shooting up and then having an arc. So if we just put this to 0, it should be good to go, I believe. Boom. Still doesn't look like it hits in the middle. Interesting. Okay, well, I could fix that, but it's pretty close. Did I already fix it on the other one? Yes. Well, okay, well, maybe you can figure out for yourself. Great lesson. Alright, so we have two of them working. We have the rocket launcher. Hold on. And I have a drop weapon set up that you might want to use. I guess that's up to you, though. Okay, so there's at least one more thing that I remember. I changed on the net shooter, so it would have been different. Go into your grenade launcher ID, and this thing says ammo counter shotgun. That should be reticle ammo bar, I think. Or, yeah, reticle ammo bar. If I'm not mistaken, that should fix. Yeah. So it's going to move the reticle over, but it'll look like it makes sense. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense to me than the other one. But, you know, again, this is whatever. Y'all can do whatever you want with this. This is just to help y'all understand better those systems and get something prototype working. So, yeah. Okay, cool. That should be it. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any other suggestions in the comments. And, yeah, this is fun. Y'all have fun. See ya.